To get what you want, you have to deserve what you want. The world is not yet crazy enough a place to reward a whole bunch of undeserving people. The best thing a human being can do is to help another human being know more. Always take the high road. It is far less crowded. Take a simple idea and take it seriously. Like Warren, I had a considerable passion to get rich, not because I wanted Ferraris. I wanted independence. I desperately wanted it. The big money is not in the buying and the selling, but in the waiting. A great business at a fair price is superior to a fair business at a great price. You don't have to be brilliant, only a little bit wiser than the other guys on average for a long time. People calculate too much and think too little. You don't have to have the kind of ability that quantum mechanics requires. You just have to know a few simple things and really know them. Those who keep learning will keep rising in life. Acknowledging what you don't know is the dawning of wisdom. Assume life will be really tough and then ask if you can handle it. If the answer is yes, you've won. It takes the character to sit with all that cash and do nothing. I didn't get to where I am by going after mediocre opportunities. It's not supposed to be easy. Anyone who finds it easy is stupid. Everywhere there is a large commission, there is a high probability of a ripoff. We recognized early on that very smart people do very dumb things, and we wanted to know why and who so we could avoid them. You need patience, discipline, and agility to take losses and adversity without going crazy. Don't drift into self-pity because it doesn't solve any problems. Generally speaking, envy, resentment, revenge, and self-pity are disastrous modes of thoughts. There is now more money to be made in law, but less time to enjoy it. This habit of committing far more time to learning and thinking than to doing is no accident. I tried to get rid of people who always confidently answer questions about which they don't have any real knowledge. A majority of life's errors are caused by forgetting what one is really trying to do. If you keep learning all the time, you have a huge advantage. Knowing what you don't know is more useful than being brilliant. We have a passion for keeping things simple. We have 3 baskets for investing: yes, no, and too tough to understand. If something is too hard, we move on to something else. What can be simpler than that? You must force yourself to consider opposing arguments, especially when they challenge your best-loved ideas. Just the discipline of having to put your thoughts in order with somebody else is a very useful thing. There is a tendency to think that our present politicians are much worse than any we had in the past, but we tend to forget how awful our politicians were in the past. There isn't a single formula. You need to know a lot about business and human nature and the numbers. It is unreasonable to expect that there is a magic system that will do it for you. I paid no attention to the territorial boundaries of academic disciplines, and I just grabbed all the big ideas that I could. I believe in the discipline of mastering the best that others have ever figured out. I don't believe in just sitting down and trying to dream it all up yourself. Nobody is that smart. Live within your income and save so that you can invest. Learn what you need to learn. If your new behavior gives you a little temporary unpopularity with your peer group, then to hell with them. Develop into a lifelong self-learner through voracious reading. Cultivate curiosity and strive to become a little wiser every day. I think that one should recognize reality even when one doesn't like it. Indeed, especially when one doesn't like it. No wise pilot, no matter how great his talent and experience, fails to use a checklist. Mimicking the herd invites regression to the man. Most people are too fretful. They worry too much. Success means being very patient, but aggressive when it's time. You're looking for a mispriced gamble. That's what investing is. And you have to know enough to know whether the gamble is mispriced. That's value investing. The best armor of old age is a well-spent life perfecting it. Is there such a thing as a cheerful pessimist? That's what I am. Envy is a really stupid sin because it's the only one you could never possibly have any fun at. There's a lot of pain and no fun. Why would you want to get all that trolley? Remember that reputation and integrity are your most valuable assets and can be lost in a heartbeat. Life, in part, is like a poker game wherein you have to learn to quit sometimes when holding a much-loved hand. You must learn to handle mistakes and new facts that change the odds. Bitcoin reminds me of what Oscar Wilde said about fox hunting. He said it was the pursuit of the uneatable by the unspeakable. Bitcoin. It's stupid because it's still likely to go to zero. If you told me you own all the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it because what would I do with it? There's no way you can live an adequate life without making mistakes. Extreme patience combined with extreme decisiveness. Invert. Always invert. Turn a situation or problem upside down. Look at it backwards.